How long after you wake up do you check your phone? Be honest about this. I mean, how about this? Is your phone right there next to your bed, maybe next to the pillow or on the nightstand? Think about it. Truly, how long before you wake up are you checking your phone? Got that? Next question. What do you check first? Are text messages, emails, GroupMe, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, the news, anything else? Did you know that habits such as that, such as checking your phone right away, especially within the first hour of waking up, makes you less effective throughout the rest of the day? If you didn't know that, you're not alone. In this video, I'm going to discuss with you why the single worst effective habit that you can have is to check your phone at all the first hour of the morning and what you could do instead. So if being more effective, which means more productive, which means more efficient in both your business and your personal life doesn't matter to you, well, you better skip this video and move on to the next one. For everybody else, let's dig in. I'm Dr. Chris Tomshack, CEO of HealthSource, America's Chiropractor, and you're watching the Chiropractors Solution Channel, which is a video series that we put together that helps you grow your practice, your business, your career, of course, both professionally and personally. So first, welcome back. Before we dive into today's topic, or the horrible habit of checking your phone every single morning, minutes after you wake up, and why it's destroying your life, please make sure that you're subscribed to this channel so that you can continue receiving videos such as this. And if you enjoyed this content, please, 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 please give us a thumbs up. Share it. Make it easier for other chiropractors, other business owners to find this content. Next, I want to give a shout out to Jim Kwik. He wrote a book called Limitless that anyone interested in any kind of business, practice, career, etc., you should read. In fact, everybody should read this book regardless if you have a business. It's really that good. It's about living a great life. Limitless, Jim Kwik. So Kwik mentioned that the average attention span of a goldfish is a whopping 9 seconds long. 9 seconds. Guess what the average attention span of a human being is right now? Guess again. It's about 8 seconds. Or 8.25 seconds to be completely exact. So yes, we have the average attention span of less than a goldfish. That cannot be good, right? Kwik goes on to say that there are basically 3 reasons why our attention span is now so dismally short, 8.25 seconds. They are 1, digital overload, 2, digital dementia, and 3, digital distraction. So digital overload is simple. We're basically crushing our brains with a nonstop flood of information when we're using our devices. Nonstop. It's never ending, and we move from one thing to the next without stopping. It's just too much. We cannot effectively process this much nonstop barrage of information. We're not built for that. And as a result, it kills our attention span and effectiveness. It dulls our senses, if you will. We become sort of robots. Digital dementia is something I've worried about for a long time. Think about what you do when you jump into the car to head somewhere you've never been before. I did it yesterday. Maybe you're headed to a restaurant 45 minutes away in a neighborhood that you've never been to. What do? You got it. You open up Google Maps or some other navigation app and you just follow the prompts to turn whenever you're supposed to turn like a mindless robot. It's simple. We all do it. We're now trained to do it, actually. So now we can go to someplace we've never been to and not even pay attention to how we got there. God help us if our phone or navigation malfunctions. We'd never get home. In other words, we sort of get more stupid the more we rely on these apps. We stop thinking. We stop processing. We become lazy. Next up is digital distraction. This one probably needs zero explanation. Our devices distract us. If you have notifications turned on, which is a nasty habit, you're getting distracted nonstop. It's killing your ability to focus. Let me repeat that. It's killing your ability to focus. But you may say, well, I'm multitasking. We hear that all the time, right? Well, the information is in on this insane excuse. You're not multitasking. Let's call a spade a spade. You're not multitasking. Instead, you're merely switching your attention back and forth at breakneck speed, further destroying your ability to really focus on anything for any length of time to get serious accomplishment. Think about it. Multitasking is doing 2 things at the same time. It's not possible to do 2 things cognitively different at the same time. You're just switching back and forth. That's not multitasking. That's a lack of clearly defined focus. So what's worse? When you attempt to multitask and switch back and forth between tasks, it actually takes between, and get this, 5 to 20 minutes to get back on track. 5 to 20 minutes, which means you never give your full attention because you only have an attention span of 8.25 seconds. Here's the deal. When you switch back and forth, you get a little dopamine hit from the excitement, backed up with science. You get a dopamine hit every time you do that. It's something new. We all love dopamine. Dopamine is highly addictive. It feels great. Who doesn't love dopamine? Now, all these dopamine hits, they reinforce your habit of checking your phone, checking text, checking your social feeds, seeing who liked something you were tagged in. It gives you a little dopamine hit and keeps you chained to your devices all day long. It's like losing control of your life. There's a much better way, a much more effective way of living your life, and it's not chained to your devices. Jim Quick says that instead of just having a to-do list, we also need a not to-do list. I'm going to return to this in a minute because it's really important, a not to-do list. The average person gets this, checks their phone a staggering 344 times a day. 344 times. How is this even possible? That's once every 4 seconds or 4 minutes or so. How do you get anything done? You're getting little addictive dopamine hits 344 times a day. You're literally training your brain to be distracted. This is actually training you to be reactive instead of proactive. Got that? So instead of planning for building and living an incredible life, you end up living in reactive mode. You're always responding to everything. And that is most certainly not where you want to be if you want more happiness in your life. Being proactive is the place to be, the place to spend the most time. That builds a lot more happiness and serenity in your life. How many times a day did you think you checked your phones? I mean, be honest. Then leave your responses in the comments below. Let's light this thing up. Let's see what you're doing. Let's see what you're thinking. Now let's talk a little bit about email, shall we? How long after waking up before you first check your email? How about this? How long after starting work do you first check your email? I mean, be honest on this. In honesty lies vulnerability. In vulnerability lies the door to growth. So I challenge you to be open about it. One of my mentors years ago taught me some real gems, and one of them is that email is merely an easy route for someone else to give you their to-do list to do it for them. Think about that. How often do the emails you receive demand some time or some effort from you? Maybe it's just an answer or a data point about something, but it still requires you to invest your time to give them something they want. So let me be blunt. Email kills your personal productivity. On my not to-do list, the thing that I mentioned that we should all have a few minutes ago, it states clearly that I do not check email, but twice a day, 2 times. It also states that I will not check any feeds, texts, or emails on my phone at least the first hour of every single day. It gives me control of my time and it sets the course for the day, steeped in discipline and in achievement. So case in point, back in 2014 at the University of Texas at Austin, the commencement speaker was Admiral William McRaven. He told the graduating class that as the first act of every single day, I mean like right when you wake up, you should get out of bed, get up, make your bed. Why? Because you're building up the muscle of self-discipline and you're setting the stage for a day of achievement instead of a day of being reactive. The simple act of making your bed. You can Google the entire speech, and I hope you do because it's really, really good. I've made my bed the first second after getting up every single day since then, including today. I encourage you to do the same. I get a dopamine hit from being disciplined about completing my tasks and not somebody else's. And it starts with making the bed, first dopamine hit of the day. So I get dopamine hits by achievement rather than by likes, shares, or mentions. It's a much, much better place in which to live. It's real. In fact, you may already know this. I live a highly disciplined life. It's creative. It's actually freeing because I'm living life on my terms and not somebody else's on how they think I should live. I wouldn't trade it for the world. Elon Musk has been quoted as saying a lot of things, but he repeats a quote that says, starting a business is like chewing glass and staring into the abyss. Yeah, that's sometimes 100% true. And I own a number of businesses currently and have started over 20. I wouldn't trade it for the world. The glass is real. The abyss is real. If you found this video interesting and helpful, grab our free report for chiropractors and business people at hsfranchising.com. It'll show you how to scale your state-of-the-art practice or business. It's the game plan we followed to make the last 12 months our very best year of growth we've ever experienced. We blew away our projections. We continue to do so. You can do the exact same thing. If you want what others have, do what they do, you'll get what they get. So again, head over to hsfranchising.com, check out the videos. I think you're going to like them. As always, I welcome your feedback and opinions on this topic in the comments below. I look forward to hearing from you, and I hope it provided value. Have an awesome day.